What is up YouTube, and welcome back to the RiftGuides WildRift video. Today it's going to be a special one once again, and here we have Ezreal mid lane. The reason why I chose this video is because of the build, because I've played the exact same build recently and I must say it's quite a lot of damage, but if there's one thing that I really dislike already is starting with a Mana Crystal. You lose so much pressure in the mid lane if you just go for Mana Crystal, and the scaling advantage is such a joke in direct comparison. You just gain so much extra added damage by the 12 AD of that item compared to the 100 mana and the slow extra scaling. You just want to have the extra power in the early game, which you see, like, he's posturing so aggressive, forcing the Galio to constantly use spells to achieve something. And that's exactly the reason why you pick Ezreal mid lane. Because think about this. Mages generally have abilities from very high range, but they're very fragile when it comes to close range encounters. Hence, Zed is very good into mages, usually. But what about Ezreal? Ezreal has the ability to avoid skill shots with the third ability, and he has decent poke and decent damage early game. Like, you just see the damage he does. And it would have been even more insane with just the longsword. So yeah, but what makes Ezreal mid lane an actual viable pickup? It's quite the simple answer. He has the ability to farm from range, like basically escape most of the enemy plays in the mid lane, and he has good lockdown. Like, if you hit his second ability, you can always hit the third ability because it auto-locks onto people, even if there's a minion wave. He's very good in skirmishes, he has very high damage, and it's not necessarily only a scaling champion. A very well-played Ezreal is very powerful in the early game. Like, he's super insane because of all the damage sources he has. He has second ability, third ability, first ability, and his first ability is also an auto-attack reset, which gets stacks towards press the attack. And he also has an attack speed steroid the more spells he hits. So he has quite insane amounts of damage if he gets to hit frequently. And with this build, you have so many different sources of attack speed, especially considering if the enemy team has a frontline, because then you can utilize Riftmaker to modify your damage even higher. The Galio jumps in, but he simply doesn't have enough damage. Like, there's nothing that guy can really do. And yeah, he just gets the free kill on that one. You see, like, the damage is absurdly high. Let's talk about the build for a second, okay? In the bottom left, you see Trinity Force, Terminus, Riftmaker, and Blade of the Rune King. Blade of the Rune King into high health targets is very powerful because, especially because of Heartsteel, because people gain so much HP nowadays, you have very high entry damage. And it's very bursty, right? So, the mitigation comes into play the moment you hit them. But for Riftmaker, the mitigation is not a factor, because the damage of Riftmaker is calculated before the mitigation of armor and magic resist sets in. So if you're dealing 6% of the enemy current HP, Riftmaker will actually calculate it properly without factoring in armor. And then you deal 10% extra true damage, which in reality can be as much as like 30% extra added damage of the number you're seeing because of mitigation. So it's quite an insane amount of damage, and the Galio just doesn't learn his lesson. He dashes forward for no reason, and he just outplays this. But the Yone is now at the scene. Needs to be careful though. The Yone doesn't go for this play. It doesn't seem like the Yone had ultimate available, and the setup of this Ezreal also looks kind of weird, because I just saw it for the first time. What the hell is that setup, bro? Like, if there's one thing that's really messed up, it's a setup. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this setup? What is this interesting? Like, is he playing with thumb, index, middle finger, and like, I can't fathom this. Nice flash here to just tag the illusion, and he gets another free pickup as well. Fully completed Mana Immune in the base, and it's just so funny to see he went for the Mana Crystal early to then build tier and then go for Gluttonous. You might think, what about the accelerated scaling with this? Yeah, but you also gain quite a lot of damage if you go for Gluttonous Grease early, and with Gluttonous Grease early you can potentially go for different type of plates like kills, etc. That will make it a lot easier, plus sustain from them. And now he picks up the Mana Immune and even has a perfect Sheen base. Sheen also doing so much work this game and generally for Ezreal, adding so much damage. And with all the attack speed, he goes quite rapid, to be fair. Because think about this, like, he has Trinity Force attack speed, Terminus attack speed, and Blade attack speed, plus his passive attack speed. So this guy is like a machine gun. And considering the type of champions he's facing with Braum, for example, he needs to be able to melt frontline. We can't go and establish this typical poke-ish gameplay anymore, because it doesn't work like this. Like, you need to carry the weight, you need to deal as much damage as possible. Nicely forward picks up the free kill. The Galio just doesn't learn his lesson, probably has barely any experience against an Ezreal mid lane, which the least mages would have, right? Mages just usually never play against these type of champions. And Ezreal is one of these champions that can just shift through your combo and is just on top of your head. And the moment you use any cooldown in the wrong way, for example, Orianna uses her full combo and is then too close, instantly gets jumped on. Not every AD carry can do this. And on the flip side, not every AD carry has always access to the wave with his first ability. So Ezreal has so many layers of extra added security, as well as nice damage. Like, he also has a nice damage profile, which is physical and magical at the same time. Not to a very high degree on magical damage, of course, but still, he has access to it. Kinda sad though that he lost Krakenslayer, because it was a very powerful thing during the early game for him. But PTA in general is not the worst nowadays, but obviously you'd still prefer Krakenslayer. It's simply too powerful, it was too powerful. We should be happy it's gone, but if you got used to Krakenslayer, it always feels bad, you know? Lucian in the pit at the dragon here. Needs to be careful, the volley bear, the volley bro is chilling, and we have the Braum in the front line with the ultimate, close with the ultimate soon. The Galio comes in as well, pure zone control on his team, he has to flash away. Lucian autocasts the ultimate and goes into the dragon, what a mistake by him. And now, like, the enemy's trying to zone the Ezreal so hard, they are literally on the lookout to get him hunted down, but the team is now finally making its appearance, and they collapse. They just ran around the block, and after running around the block, the team finally got completely annihilated, and they pick up every single kill there. However, they lose the dragon. And look at this goblin. He was aware of the enemy jungle timer and picked up that red buff. Now the enemy jungle is even more pissed because he doesn't have a topside jungle to clear, which is a big impact on the jungler's economy. With that done, the jungle now most of the time thinks about flipping place because you get really emotional. Gonna make an appearance right now, realizing that there's no camps here, and they just get everything for free. Need to be careful though that somebody's defending the mid lane, because apparently nobody wants to defend the mid lane against the Galio, so the Galio just gets free damage onto the tower for zero reason, and obviously somebody wants to pick up the minions in front of the tower. You're now looking for a player, uses the third ability to get close and now jumps back to it. Gwen already ulted here. Needs to be mindful, oh, the mini wave is in the way of the skill shot. Need to be careful to not get caught here by the Yone. If he gets caught, the Yone ult comes through, misses though. Jace is trying to turn here, places down the ward, gets a free kill onto the Jace. Now the Galio doesn't have enough damage to do anything. Tags him with CC. The ultimate, the flash and the third ability of... Oh no. It's so sad, because if the Galio taunt didn't lock him down for so long, the Yone could have never caught up, and then it's a free trade. But now, 900 gold go into the pockets of the Yone, and this is a massive problem, because look at the team composition of his team. You have Ashe, Lux, and him, and Ezreal is not very good into Yone, because if you mess up the Arcane Shift, if you Arcane Shift his ultimate, and you do it with the wrong timer, you are being pulled back after Arcane Shifting, because your Arcane Shift is a buffer ability, which means you tank the spell, it deals damage to you, but you escape the pull of a spell. But with Yone ult, it's different. The pull happens delayed, and therefore you're dragged back in, similar to Aatrox W or second ability, whatever you prefer the most. Yone, you're looking for another play over the wall again. These cheeky little rats always love to do this. Galio comes in with the ultimate, fails to knock him down because of the Arcane Shift ability. Yone in the side wave gets knocked out by the Galio. Galio tries to go in for a trade and he gets the kill. Cheeky little Goliath with the flash and the full AP bomber. But now we have Terminus in the base. So our damage is now skyrocketing quite a bit, and if you're asking, why not Cyrilda? Okay, Cyrilda adds more upfront damage on a pokey game style because number one, it has a little bit more AD, it has ability haste, and it has flat armor pen from the very first spell onwards. However, Terminus has 40 AD, has magic damage per every single hit you do. That's very important. And it has double pen. It has physical and magical pen. So you gain up to 33% pen from that item alone, and if you go for Riftmaker, you'll even have, well, a little bit more, but not as much as you had before with the item being completely uncapped. But yeah, it's still a very good pickup. Now we have a jungle fight here again. The ultimate is going to miss sadly, but the Galio stuck doesn't really have enough damage, and we try to hit every single spell. The first ability connects, and we get the kill into the Jace. What a nicely timed first ability. Ruby Crystal, I really like the guy's pickup with Ruby Crystal here, because building now, like alongside getting these 12 AD, is not as important as getting 150 extra health, because you already have enough damage, but you just want to have a higher health pool to deal damage for a longer period of time, because you dying equals damage loss. Gets tagged by the Lucian, by the Braum ultimate, has to flash away as the Galio ult comes in, pops a nice ultimate ability, and the Ash Arrow connects as well, and the Galio is now on the run as the Lucian died, but the Yone comes from the left, so it needs to be really careful to not get tagged here by the Yone ultimate if the Yone chooses to go in. Even the Jace knocks him, like hits him with a combo over the wall, but the Jace doesn't really have enough damage as of yet. Jace running around with the Yuma's Ghostblade like the zoomer he is. And we'll get a free Mountain Dragon here for hard trouble. Maybe even get the enemy blue buff, unless that is too greedy, but it would be a very nice pickup, because mana is kind of a problem for the man here. Also, we are so close to the Riftmaker. Kind of sad that we don't get to complete it right now, because it would be such a massive spike. Like, many people still believe, yeah, it's just a 10% damage increase, but that's not true. Riftmaker does so much more. And the blue buff was actually stolen from him. Galio on the front line, Arcane shifts in, gets the free kill. Jace now on the run here, looks for angle with the ult, hits the ultimate. The ultimate connects on two people, but he doesn't get the kill on either of them. And this will mark a free Nasher. A 12-minute Nasher rush to solidify the lead, and maybe even break open the base. Honestly, if possible, getting an inhibitor and Nasher would be the best, because then you can, with the remainder of Nasher, actually play towards the end. But yeah, it doesn't seem to work out. The Gwen nearly also dies to the Yone. The Ashe already fell to him, which means we will not take down an inhibitor without having to use Nasher, which as a consequence means we have to invest Nasher time to get this inhibitor. So it's very unlikely for us to end. The Jace combo hits us, but the Jace isn't really fed. We are 3 levels over him. The Volibear chomps him. This ultimate will surely connect. Oh, it doesn't connect. Oh, these are the very bad moments. Now the mistakes are happening. Also, the Ezreal having no mana is a massive damage loss, because Muramana damage is not actually active anymore. Because you see in the bottom, the item isn't active anymore, so you're not applying the bonus on hit damage of Muramana. He keeps the Terminus stack. The stacks of Terminus are also single stacks, like they fall off one at a time. Galio comes in, hits the taunt. Is he going to get away? Flashes over the wall, has no mana. This is going to be a big escape. Looks for the reset, wants to pick up this lovely crap here. Look at the massive bot wave. Is he going to pick it up? Because there's no way he's not going to pick it up. Yes, that is what I like to see. Money. The eyes on the prize. Is he going to... yeah, another one. Sadly, the entirety of the Nasher buff has been completely wasted and nothing was achieved. But now we have a full item in base with Riftmaker. And now we can build towards Blade the Rune King, which means we build one component, which should be the Gluttonous, not Gluttonous, but the healing component, the Vampiric Scepter, and yeah, Stasis. Very good choice here. And with this we have a massive amount of healing. We have Gluttonous Grease, we have Bloodline, we have Riftmaker, and we are building towards Blade the Rune King. So we have plenty of sources when it comes to physical vamp and magical vamp at the same time, also called Omnivamp. So this Ezreal is instantly going to heal up the moment he's hit by anything. Jumps into the Brom's face real mad, because if the Brom is NHCC, the people can follow up, it's an instant death. But we have a lot of DPS as you see. Big ultimate, the Riftmaker as well as the Terminus do so much work here with all the stacks. And maybe we see another cheeky little trait here, where he gets to stack and DPS people down. Waits for the honor to come back, says hello my little friend, you are gone. Now goes for the next one, and the next one's being picked up. Look at the damage he's dealing to the Galio, and he gets the next kill. Absolutely obliterated. And that marks the end of this game, and then we are going over to the montage. Oh yeah, Ezreal mid lane, I love to play that as well. It's really fun. Big. Okay, now we see a play here, Vega Catch being placed down, Rammus on the hunt here, shifts away from the Karma route, Rammus still rolling him down, ults on top of him, in an instant QSS not being taunted, but he actually got taunted through the QSS because he messed up the timing. Another Vega Cage here coming down, Caitlyn getting absolutely blasted away, and the Veigar can't do anything to support the Caitlyn. Renekton coming from the side, nice buffering the second ability of the Renekton, and getting a free kill on that one. Now only the Veigar is alive, he's looking at the side lane, Meow 7 on the run, is he going to turn around, second ability being used, first ability being used, third ability also being used. Is he going to get the pentakill? He gets the pentakill! Oh, Lee Sin looking in front of him, dashing into the face of the Lee Sin, gets kicked into the face, the Seraphine misses all abilities, he gets the snipe onto the Lee Sin, another one comes in, Twisted Fate coming in with the gold card being veiled by the Lulu, massive play here, and he gets another kill and hands down the poor Seraphine, Q flash into the face, Vayne now at the scene, and what is the Vayne going to do? Spacing forward, getting the Lulu, getting another Lulu ability here, what is going to happen? He gets a free kill onto the Vayne. You see Dive here, getting some free poke out, Kayn dashing over the wall, Kayn ulting as well, 1 HP left, turning around to Son falls to the Kayn, but we'll get a free snipe here, come on, how many will we get? We get 2 for our trouble, free pickup, free money, and another one hitting them under the tower. Big fight happening, Kayn ult, Sona flash ult as well, multi-hit onto the ultimate ability, going in, trading from the right-hand pocket, a Kayn shifting in, going for more DPS, Kayn trying to escape the play here, Orianna speed running away, having flash still available, flashes away, Aatrox are coming from side, they blue Kayn as well, where is he going to go? The Lulu is trying to make as much time as possible, gets away, flashes over the wall, pops the ult, gets the free kill, and the Aatrox is trying to hunt him down, but there's too much DPS, they're not getting this guy killed, and now it's only one person left here, person dies, where's the Kayn? Kayn turns around, and he gets the free pickup, and we get another Panther into the hands. And yeah, that marks the end for today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see each other for more Rift Guides content very soon.